Greg, we're back. It's been a while. Do you know, it was summer last year.
Yeah.
So you picked up win number 5 last time out at Bolton against the tough little, is he Ukrainian I think he is, isn't he?
Yeah.
Mikhail Sofas. Silly hard man, but a great win for you. But you picked up a cut, mate, picked up a little cut, kept you out for a little while, but there was complications with it because it all healed and everything was alright, but a little bump there and it made it painful, wasn't it? Like a bit of grizzle, was it, or something?
Yeah, the guy who stitched it up, I think he didn't do it right.
Yeah.
So I had to get a follow-up treatment on it, but it's all flat now, it's all sorted.
Yeah, it looks perfect, mate, it looks perfect now. So when I've just watched you, what have you done wrong today, mate? Because he just had you in there, not allowing you to throw any punches, just working on your defence, and there must have been, I think, about 7 lads that all did 1 minute with you constantly, no rest for you.
Four sevens or something.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, mate, it's the way, innit? It's the way to get ready, one of the ways.
Have you missed it, mate? Because this is, you do love boxing. You know what I mean? You're a massive historian. You know, when people watch you, you don't just put a smile on my face, you put a smile on everyone's faces because you're so entertaining, mate. You're just relentless. You just don't leave people alone.
That's what it's about, isn't it? The game, you know.
Well, it is. It's a hurt game, mate. It's a hurt game. What have you managed to do? You know, have you managed to stay in the gym and keep fit? And what have you been working on? And are we going to see a new you on December the 9th back at Bolton?
No doubt about it. You'll see a lot of improvements. I mean, I've not been out of the gym. It's not like I had more than a week off. Same as would have been if I'd have been fighting. Nothing changed.
Nothing changed.
Still, apart from the regular sparring for a while.
Yeah.
But besides that, it's just constant conditioning, improvement.
But you see, that's what scares me, because your conditioning is phenomenal, mate. We talk about engines, and you know, some people have a great actor. You've got a fantastic engine. You are relentless. There's not a second when you're not throwing a punch. Who have you been moving around with for this fight? Who you've been preparing with, mate?
A few guys. I had Liam Gain, obviously had a similar style to me. He was fighting the other week. So
yes, he went over to Ireland, didn't he?
Did about 70 rounds with him. Sparring Taiwu for a while. A couple of lads come down from different gyms, so I've had at least 100 rounds for this one. Do
you like that? Because this gym, I've mentioned it on numerous occasions, I call it with all your teammates who are fighting on the show on the same night as you. But this place, what we're in, it's just like a TARDIS, not a TARDIS, an attraction. It's like a big magnet, and it just attracts people coming here to spar. If anyone's short of sparring, you just turn up here, and there's always someone to move around with. Is that exciting?
Tons of in-house sparring. It's a great facility, isn't it? You got upstairs and downstairs.
Well, we're upstairs now. We're upstairs now, which is the amateur side, which is beautiful. I mean, I think you'd rather train up here than downstairs, but downstairs is where all the pros train. And it's just a silly busy gym, isn't it?
It's quality, mate. You know, when people come here, they start second guessing their own gyms.
Yeah.
So I think, am I in the right place?
You're in the right place, aren't you, mate?
No doubt.
We've got an opponent for you, mate. We've got Christian Lopez, Mexican kid, been on our shows on a few occasions. In fact, we had him in with a very talented amateur kid called Levi Barnes, who was making his debut against him. And we think he's a good enough test that he was in with a former world bronze medalist in the youth. So it's a tough test for you to come back to, mate.
Yeah, it's Mexican. I love, it's perfect.
Yeah.
He's not going to be running, is he?
Well, that's your style, isn't it? You're like the Bolton's answer to the Mexicans.
Yeah, it's British conditioning with more of an American style.
Well, you are. Like I said, I could put any clip of you fighting, and if I turned it black and white, you wouldn't look out of place in a 1950s fight, would you?
No, you do what you watch, don't you?
That's what you watch,
what
you
study, so as well as the training here, which is a bit old school. All the fighters have ever studied, not really modern fighters. Watch the best of the best modern fighters, but usually I'm watching fighters from the 30s and 50s as 10s even.
There's nothing wrong with old school, is there, mate?
No, I mean, there's not a single move. People don't get it. There's no, boxing's an old dog. There's no new tricks.
There's just some tricks that people forgot about.
No doubt, there's a lot of lost art, but the old trainers are all dead. Their knowledge gets passed on somewhat, but you know, some of the great trainers, some of that stuff's lost.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of it we do here.
Oh, without a doubt, mate.
One of the best boxing historians around in Alex. I'm a junior historian, but he's been studying it 20 years longer, and he's obsessed. You know, completely.
But you're obsessed with it, mate.
Yeah.
And I believe you and Mr. Gormley have long conversations about it.
He's very similar.
Yeah.
He loves the old fighters.
There's nothing wrong. We both grew up watching the same stuff. Who is your favourite all-time fighter then?
It's cliche, but you know, Tyson's the one that got me inspired to get in the game.
Yeah.
In his old fights, when I watched all his old fights coming up, and he was just bombing them out, and he was 19-0 and 19 knockouts in 12 months.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, and then the old fighters, and you go back a bit further, like Rocky Marciano, Henry Armstrong, Duran, Chavez Sr., the Brawlers. I like the Slicksters as well. I like watching them. You know, like the Sugar Ray Robinson.
Yeah.
The Ray Leonards, Mayweather.
But you are more of a Jake LaMotta style, though, aren't you, mate?
Yeah.
Raging Bull.
Pressure, because you know, you got to get the best out of what you got, aren't you?
Are you the Bolton Bull then?
Yeah, we've got a few little names there.
The Bolton Brawler.
Just keep rolling them on.
Listen, I'm really excited to see you back on December the 9th.
The Mexican.
Well, whatever you are, mate, it's fun to watch, mate. And you know, you're one of those guys that some of the guys who've been like Mr. Passo, Michael Passo, the MC, loves you, mate, loves you. And why not? Because you're so much fun to watch, mate.
It was a war. It was
well, that's what you do, though, isn't it?
Soft toss, you know. He just comes forward. So
he's an hard man, mate.
We just overhands going in constantly. Off the jab, though, for me, he just throws the overs without the jab.
Well, listen, I'm excited to see you out on a great show with all your stable mates, and hopefully it's a great night in Bolton. And will Louise talking to you afterwards, and will you be saying win number 6?
Brilliant, absolutely.
Greg, you take care, mate.
I'll see you then.
Bye.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.